What's up, everybody? You know the vibes. I'm back with another video. If this is your first video, welcome to the fam. Thank you for joining. Not sure what took so long, but you know, better late than never. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to another video. Today, thanks to my Instagram followers who have provided me with this content to talk about, I just asked for topics in general, and most of the topics are like little, I can only say a certain amount. It wouldn't be enough for a whole entire video, I feel like. So I just picked a couple of them to include in this one. They actually got like 30 responses, surprisingly, but thank you. And so if I didn't get to your thing, your topic or your question or whatever in this video, I will do it in another video because I like to talk, as you can tell. I enjoyed making this video. This was really fun. I really hope that, you know, you guys can find get something out of this video. I don't know what word I was looking for, obviously, but anyways, without further ado, let's get right on into the video. So yes, as I just mentioned, my Instagram followers have given me a list of things to talk about, so shout out to y'all. I have a list down here, so if you see me look down, it's because I'm reading it. It's like 30 things on this list, no cap. So shout out to my followers. I drank a lot of coffee today, so if I seem like a crackhead this video, I'm really sorry, but I have a lot of energy right now. They gave me a lot of good topics to talk about too, a lot of pressing issues. So yeah, we're just gonna pull out our Emeryzi palette here, and we're gonna get to work. Okay, so the first topic I want to talk about, it actually isn't even on the list. I just kind of want to touch bases on this because this bothers my spirit at least 3 times a day. I just saw my friend Savannah talking about on her Instagram about basically fake friends. Well, now that I think about it, somebody asked me what my biggest pet peeve is. So it actually, wow, okay then, boom. I can talk about it and it is still related to the video. Yes, that is my biggest pet peeve. It's just like, it isn't about like, you know, I'm not talking about 1 or 2 people. Just like, you know, if you watch this and the shoe fits, you know what to do. Lace it up and go. Basically, she was talking about how people who are like supposed to be your friends are quick to repost like celebrities' Instagram stories or posts about whatever they got going on, but don't support their own friends. I don't know why I did that for friends, but yeah, no, I guess I should do that for friends, because I feel like if you can support a celebrity who doesn't even know you, but you can't take, you know, 5 minutes out of your day, or not even 5 minutes, like it doesn't even take that long to repost something on Instagram. Like, you know, even if you don't watch, for example, my YouTube channel, even if you don't watch my YouTube channel, like you could at least be like, share it on your story. Hey, check out at grwm new Instagram video. I have plenty of friends that do that, but there are also plenty of people that I know who have told me firsthand, you really need to start your channel, like you could do great things, this and third, and they watch my story, but they don't support. Let me just tell me, how does that make any sense? I guess it is what it is, but it shouldn't be like that. And I just think personally that's fake. That is so fake, because normally like that, when you do make it, those are the main people clout chasing, dick riding, trying to be like, oh my God, I remember when she first started her channel. I have always loved her. No, you haven't. Because if you loved me, you would have supported me. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. It doesn't cost you any money to support your friends. That's the thing about people. People support you in theory, but when it comes down to actually doing it, like in real life, putting actions to words, all of a sudden, they got nothing for you. Why would you not want to see your friends prosper? But, you know, once again, what do I know? What does Grace know? Clearly nothing. Oh my God, my Alexa just showed me a little news story about Bernie Sanders suspending his campaign. And I am not having a good time. You mean to tell me I have to pick between fucking Joe Biden and Donald Trump? Worse and worser. Oh my goodness. Everybody is stupid and uneducated. And it's like people don't even try to educate themselves. And then they want to complain when things aren't together. I miss Obama. Maybe Michelle should run. Since apparently, you know, you don't need that much experience to run for president. Don't worry though. As soon as I turn 35, I'm entering in the next election. That's a very long time from now. But someone's got to get in place so that we can get free tampons. Also, going back to what I was just talking about, I realized that I left an important part out. People being like, well, so-and-so doesn't post any content that is for me or that I can relate to. Do you think boy, if we are friends, regardless of the content that you post, don't you think I'm gonna support you regardless? Let's say, for example, one of my friends makes a YouTube channel about streaming video games. I personally don't care about that. But it means something to them, and they took time out of their day to try to do this, to do well with it on YouTube or Twitch or wherever they're trying to do it. I will sit there and I will support. It's not hard at all. Even if you don't want to sit there and watch it, you can literally put the video on your laptop and walk away. Or go do something else on your phone. If you're going out somewhere, you could literally put the video on your TV or on your laptop, let it play. So the person can still get the views. And if the content's not for you, you don't gotta watch it. Moving right along to the next topic. Someone asked me about my #1 album in rotation. And if you follow the Finsta, you know, I actually just said this like 2 hours ago. That I've been listening to the same album for the past 3 weeks. And I'm gonna come out of quarantine knowing every word to all of them. I've been listening to the Weeknd's album because he put his foot in that album. That album is amazing. It is honestly a masterpiece. I don't know what these artists be putting in these albums. It's like they be putting crack in them because I get addicted. After Hours is probably one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life. My poor, miserable life. I've been listening to Uzi's album. Mainly the second part, the part that he dropped a couple weeks ago, because that gives me old Uzi vibes, and that is the quality content that I signed up for. That's what he should have dropped originally, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm listening to that. I've been listening to 5 Seconds of Summer's album. You know, if you haven't checked out my last video, you should do so. Dua Lipa's album is also heavy in rotation right now. I really should just make a playlist of those albums and Jack Harlow's EP, because his last EP, and because that is all that I have been listening to. I will start off listening to like a specific playlist and somehow I end up there. It never fails. Not sure how that happens, but it'd be like that sometimes. Speaking of, listen, if you are still asleep on Jack Harlow after 2020, if you are still asleep, you're doing yourself a great disservice, because that young man is talented. And if he's not on the XXL freshman class, I am rioting at dawn. Honestly, he should have been on there like a year or 2 ago, but you know, better late than never. What is that you said? You said what? Put you on some Jack Harlow. Oh, how did you know I was gonna do that anyway? Alexa, play What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just Josh. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. So cool, he a fool with the shit, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair bitch, she look like she go. She do. She heard my deep stroke. She said, babe, does it hurt when I deep throw? So, in the gym trying to work on my free throw. Goddamn. Spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am. She a little freak on cam.
I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never just stare at reflections.
Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't involved, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing this section.
Fire! That is a banger. More, you said you want more. Here, you're just reading my mind here. Like, how do you know I'm gonna do these things already?
Hey, big head, I'm locked in trying to make this bread. I can't keep on giving you time. I got kids to make it dead. She wanna fuck me one-on-one. We might run that train instead. Me and my friend, just like twins, same nut sack and same head. Her boyfriend ain't fresh, look like someone I'm gon' outdress. She so wet, had to hold my breath. Ain't hit since, you know I'm pressed.
Fucked up about it.
Show my chest, let me flex, bitch. In the flesh, got connects down in Texas. Pussy juice out of eggs, that's my breakfast. Sugar mama 56,
This is my part.
You only have a threesome with your fucking best friend. I ain't talking Florida when I say I'm destined. Ex-chick, salty just like Chex Mix. Have a plane ticket for my new chick, wants to check his. Shorty that I mess with, got a friend that's a detective. She gon' run surveillance just to find out who I've slept with. All my jewelry gifted just like me, ain't bought a necklace.
This kid is most definitely up next.
She got a one bath, and it smells like incense in it. I got a chick and she a bit dim with it, but she real pretty and she slim thick with it. She let the whole imprint hit it. Now I'm cool, I ain't got no real interest in it. I know my innocence gone, cause it's 80 proof, look all up in my system. Why you tripping? She ain't that significant. Used to have a gimmick, glad I never went big with it. Now I got the big wig spinning. Dirty clothes on the floor, Polaroids on the door. Told her we should talk more, but before I got her on all fours, we was playing Uno. She said draw four. I said what you wearing draws for? Bad bitties, every city know.
I would include music from the other people that I mentioned, but well, for one, like I said, if you haven't checked out my last YouTube video, you should go check that out to hear how awesome 5 Seconds of Summer's new album is. I'm pretty sure everyone has heard the others that I mentioned, but I know a lot of people, because of how he looks, have not heard Jack Harlow's music, and I'm just here to let the people know you're doing yourself a great disservice. As you can see, man's is fire. Moving right along to the next topic. Alrighty. Yes, this is another topic that I feel very strongly about. Somebody asked me about dating in this era. And by I hope they mean by this generation. That's what I hope they mean, because that's what I'm going to talk about. Because I believe that dating in this generation is a scam, if I have ever seen one before. I don't really know what it is about dating in this era, but it is no bueno. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's literally another. As soon as you brag about somebody to your friends, they start messing up. And I'm just like, bro, you got to be kidding me. It gets to a point where it's like, damn, maybe I am the problem. But it's like, how am I the problem when I haven't done anything? Honestly, I am convinced that I am going to die alone with my cat. And I have accepted that, and that is okay with me. Kinda. It has no choice but to be okay with me, because that's just how it's gonna be. Between the men getting more and more trash and social media, there's no hope for anyone. If you're not already in a relationship, there's all the good ones are taken. And the rest of us are just gonna die along with our animals. I bought this concealer that is way too dark. Now on the website, these look like they were the same, but as you can see, watch this. Look at that. But I might be able to do something with it. Okay, let's start with how social media is the problem. People rely on social media to let them know how to be a good significant other. That is the first problem, the first of many. But people look at other people's relationships through pictures and tweets and think, oh, well, this is how my boyfriend is supposed to treat me, when in fact, that is not the case. You all will never find anybody for you if you look to social media and celebrity relationships that you actually know nothing about. Well, I can fix it. You keep looking to them, you will never actually find anyone in real life for yourself. Because why? Everything you see on social media is a facade. It's created just to get likes, retweets, and comments. Don't know why in 2020 that doesn't click for some people, but I'm here to tell you that you romanticizing Amore Jada and Lil Baby's relationship, Ari and Moneybagg Yo, Ari and G Herbo and whoever that girl he's with now, like all of them. You don't know what they go through behind closed doors off of social media. I don't know whose crackhead idea it was to equate liking a picture from the opposite sex to cheating. How is that the same thing? Don't you post pictures for people to like them? Y'all are stupid. On crack. No offense, but that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Isn't that the point of being on Instagram? See, people like that brings me to my next point. Now that I'm older and like have kind of been through stuff, I see that now a lot of the problems that I'm having in this area is from trauma that I never fully healed from. Just kind of, been going through life. I'm being 100% honest here, just masking it, not really dealing with the problem, but finding somebody else or something else to distract me from actually dealing with the problem head on, which has now caused me to now, since I have like all this free time and I can't use other things or other people as a distraction, now I have to heal from it because I have so much time to spend with myself that I'm doing a whole bunch of self-reflecting. And let me tell you something, it's not fun. It's helpful and everybody should do it, but I'm talking about me, myself, and I have been dealing with things that should have been dealt with 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not gonna get into detail about it on my personal business, but like, yes. I said that to say, if you're not allowing yourself to heal from traumas from past relationships, or not even just relationships, other things in your life, what makes you think your next relationship is going to be successful? Because when you really think about it, you're just using that to band-aid the wound from your past trauma, rather than allowing it to heal before you move on, which in turn causes other people trauma, because now you're putting other people have to suffer because you have not properly healed, which means that you kind of are damaged, and damaged people hurt people. Even though you might not see it, you're gonna move differently because your feelings are still hurt about whatever you didn't allow yourself to heal from. And that's just that on that. Which also ties into the fact that people don't know how to let things go so they can in fact heal. Some of y'all about to be real mad at me, but it must be said. Y'all get y'all feelings hurt one time in 9th grade and feel like you gotta dog everybody else out afterwards. Please tell me how that's healthy. You're gaining what other than more hurt? Makes no sense to me, but hey, you don't have to listen to me. Honestly, the minute people realize we are not your lame ass exes, the happier everybody will be. You don't have to treat everybody like trash because you took an L a few years ago. It's part of life, part of dating. The minute you get in a relationship with somebody or you open yourself up to someone like that, there's no telling what could happen. Everything happens for a reason. So don't take it as, oh my God, everybody's gonna treat me like this, so let me get them before they get me. The sooner you get rid of that mentality, I promise you, you will be much better off. Also, last point with dating in this era, y'all need to get out of these toxic relationships, okay? It may hurt at first to leave, but I promise you, once you leave and move on and heal from there we go with that healing again, and heal from that tumultuous situation that you're in, you will start to see things in your life going a lot better. Because there's nothing that pisses me off more than people who like, oh, well, we've been talking for X, Y, and Z, and we've been involved for this amount of time. I'm gonna stay with them because I don't want this time to be wasted. You're like 20 something. You have nothing but time, low key. People need to stop trying to live life on a stopwatch, because just because you're 22, 23 does not mean that you have to be stuck with this person for the rest of your life. You could literally get out of that toxic ass relationship, go to therapy, do whatever you need to do to heal from it, and then, you know, work towards finding that one somebody that God put on this earth for you. But no, y'all would rather sit there and allow yourself to get your feelings hurt multiple times by someone who has proved time and time again that they don't care about you, than to move on and better yourself. Tell me how that makes any sense. Y'all will literally sit here for months, even years on end, being like, oh, well, he said he was sorry, so he didn't mean it. Then when they do it again, have the same excuse. Well, he apologized. Yes, he apologized because he knows, he or she knows, because women be doing this too. He or she knows that you have a soft spot for them and you will always take them back. So they're going to continue to do the thing that hurts you because they know you don't have it in you to leave. So what better revenge to get rather than hearing a sorry ass apology over and over? Grab your stuff, hit the dough. Like, bye. The fuck? We've all been boo-boo the fool before, okay? But you have to be boo-boo the fool enough to know that you got to get up out of there, because it doesn't matter how they feel, how anyone else feels about it. You need to do what's best for you. And I promise you, it does not matter what the circumstances. Staying is not the best option. I'm just trying to drop knowledge here. Studies have shown leaving toxic relationships improves life longevity by like 500 years. You could become immortal if you leave that toxic relationship. You never know. Just kidding. But no, for real. Let's get it together, people. Okay, so moving on to my next topic. It ties in kind of sort of with the last one, because remember I said I'm going to dial on with my cat? Someone asked me about Prince. So someone asked me how I met Prince and what our relationship is like. So it's not it's not really that interesting. I was going to say it was funny, and I was going to say it was interesting, but it's actually neither. It's kind of sad because he was like low-key abandoned, but not really. Okay, so I'll just say the story. It's very brief. So like 4 years ago, our neighbors got into, or like they weren't getting along. I don't really know what happened, but they had these two cats. I had met Prince before. I met Prince like, yeah, when I was 15. And at first I thought he didn't like me, but you know how cats are. Yeah, so one day they had to like leave or something, and there were two people that lived over there. I guess one of them, the one who was responsible for Prince, couldn't take Prince with them. They called my dad and was like, hey, can you watch Prince for a few days? My dad, being my dad, was like, yeah, sure, of course, Prince is cool, he could stay here. Yeah, like I said, that was in 2016. It's 2020. Prince is literally like my son. I love him like I birthed him. I would do anything for Prince. He's so fluffy. He's so sweet. It bothers me when people are like, oh my God, all cats are so evil. That's actually not true, because Prince is one of the, my dad has had plenty of cats over the years. Prince is probably my favorite because he's the friendliest one. Not even just the friendliest one, he's the most loving one. He is so sweet. When I was in 2017, I was at peak depression, like crying myself to sleep every single day for like months on end. And throughout those months on end, Prince would like sleep. I would fall asleep on the couch and Prince would sit there with me. Like he would lay there, he would sit there while I was crying and like rub his head on me and stuff. And then my dad would tell me when I would wake up, you know, Prince was laying there with you all night. He didn't get up and move. He's always there. Whenever I'm like having a mental breakdown, I can always count on Prince to cheer me up. So yeah, that's my baby. And since I'm coming towards the end of the face, someone asked me, this is a very good question. Well, it's Khalil. Khalil, I just want you to know this is low-key actually a disrespectful question because you know I listen to every type of genre. So I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. I have not given this any thought beforehand. So Khalil said, we'll ask, what are my top 10 songs of all time? It doesn't matter the artist or the genre. Now, normally when people ask me my top 10 anything, I feel like because I listen to so much stuff, you have to subcategorize them. But challenge accepted. Oh, I just noticed there's glitter in this blush, giving the girls Raggedy Ann. Okay, let's see. This is all, by the way, in no particular order. And I also say that every song is the best song ever, and every song is my favorite song. So this is going to be a toughie. I'm just thinking of them as I go, low-key. Well, I would have to start with I Write Sins, Not Tragedies by Panic at the Disco. Okay. I listen to a lot of music, so this is very hard. Because now all I can think about are all of my favorite songs from like the early 2000s. A Millie by Lil Wayne. That's 2. In My Head by Ariana Grande. That's 3. Oh, Return of the Mac. That is my fucking song, okay? Return of the Mac. So we're at 4. I'm at 4, right? Money Trees by Kendrick Lamar. For sure. Money Trees by Kendrick Lamar. Okay, so we're at 5. 5 more songs. For 6, I want to give it to So Appalled by Kanye. Kanye and them. That song's fire. That's 6. 7, have to give it to Halftime by Young Thug. Hmm. 8, I'm gonna have to give it to Liquor by Chris Brown. Bad Girl by Usher. And last but not least, I know a lot of good songs. Oh boy. This is Okay. I have like 3 contenders in my head that I can see the songs right now. And I just feel like someone's gonna get offended. None of them are ever gonna see any of these videos, but I just, whenever I do lists like this, I feel like if I miss somebody, that they're gonna get offended. I don't know why I'm like this. Does anyone else ever feel like that? Probably not, because I'm weird, but I really don't know. The 10th might, God, I know so many good songs. This is pissing me off. Bro, this is really hard. I stopped recording like literally 10 minutes ago, and I've been sitting here in deep thought. I don't know who to give it to, because can I have honorable mentions. Yeah, I'm gonna have honorable mentions. Okay, for the 10th song, I'm gonna have to give it to I'm stressed out. Who do I want to give it to? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Oh my god, this is stressing me the fuck out. I have to give it to Childish Gambino. And the song has gotta be because there are 3 songs in my head right now. Bonfire. I have to give it to Bonfire. It's Bonfire. That's it. Bonfire, Childish Gambino. My 10th. Top 10. That's my top 10. That's my top 10. I'm sticking with it. However, honorable mentions definitely include, there's Swap It Out by Justin Bieber, because that is Justin Bieber's best song. Thank you. Swap It Out by Justin Bieber. International Players Anthem. 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi. And Power Trip by J. Cole. And Misery Business by Paramore. Those are my top 10 songs, like, ever. And the honorable mentions. That was stressful, okay? That was so stressful. Oh, and also, what's that? Oh, Soundtrack to My Life by Kid Cudi. That is also an honorable mention. Okay, that's it. Those are my favorite songs ever. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, which I hope you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget, you know the drill, comment down anything below that you would like. And don't forget, after you subscribe, even if you're already subscribed, they told me that YouTube's not letting people know when I post, so go ahead and click the bell. So every time I do post, you will get a ding, a little notification sent to your lock screen, your notification center, wherever you're at right then and there with your phone. So, yes, I have nothing else to say. See you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your quarantine night.